introduced the Miata. No one...
Engineering won the day.
Color Light Show, only on YouTube.
Just about 5 years ago now that I brought home the NC Miata for the very first time, and it has been 5 years since then. I'm happy to announce I've owned the car for 5 years now, and as we always do these little rewinds each year, we are doing a 5-year ownership modifications video so you guys know what the car is all about and what I've done to it in the last 5 years. Another exciting thing about the 5-year ownership is that I officially own it outright now. The title got delivered to me in the mail last week, so the car is 100% mine. My name is on it, so now I can essentially do whatever I want to with the car, whatever. So 2.5 swap, you know, it's happening like next week. This has been pretty much the plan for a long time now to get it paid off, do the 2.5 swap, get the daily. My whole plan has been gelling together, been percolating for the last few months, and I'm more excited than I've been in the last 5 years of owning the car. So down in the description below, there are links to the 3-year ownership and the 4-year ownership videos. Since I've been working on the 2.5 so much, I haven't done a ton of stuff to the car itself, which is fine. I really like the way the car's turned out, and I've been super happy with the way it looks. A major thing, we've got the bumper fixed, and that was a huge deal from between last year and now. You guys aren't here for the small talk. Let's jump into all the modifications that I've done in 5 years of ownership. I'm gonna include clips from every single video I've made with these modifications, so you can get a little step-by-step sort of storybook of the process. Also down below is a document with every single modification and links, if I can find those links to products. So if you're looking for something specifically, there's a document down in the description below and you can check everything out there. So we'll go ahead and start off with the wheel setup. The wheels I have are Enkei RPF01s. The fronts are 17 by 9 plus 45 and the rears are 17 by 9.5 plus 38. I'm also running a mix of Riken Raptor and Federal 595 tires on the front and the rear with a 235 and 255 in the rear. I also have a small spacer on the rear wheels to just get them a little bit more stanced out, and I cannot forget the Flatout Graphics center caps, 15% off using code Colored in Light. Link is down in the description for that as well. From the wheels, let's hit suspension and brakes. So for brakes, I have StopTech rotors, the slotted ones, front and rear, with a set of Hawk HPS pads, and I love the way those have felt. They've been great. I've also threw in some stainless steel brake lines in the front and the rear as well. For sway bars, I went with the RX-8 setup. They are yellow dot front and rear. Both my front and rear sway bar are held in with the polyurethane bushings. I added on the OEM Strut Tower Brace and added an AutoEXE rear strut tower brace. And the car is held up by TN Flex Z coilovers. All right, I couldn't memorize everything for the exterior because there is quite a bit, and I tried to get as specific as possible to help you guys out. So I have, as far as lip kits and things like that go, I have an OEM appearance package front lip that is for an NC2 bumper, not an NC1, not an NC3. Don't ask me if it'll fit those because it only fits the NC2. In the rear, I also included a set of OEM appearance package rear spats. You guys will remember that day that I got into the front bumper accident and the quarter panel accident. I cut the quarter panels out and we threw in some rally backer fender flares. I also have an Innovative Dynamics rear duck tail, duck lip spoiler, whatever you want to call it. Of course, the stubby antenna is included as well. For my lighting setup, I've run super bright LEDs for essentially all of my bulbs on the car. So rear turn signals, reverse lights, brake lights, front halos, front switchback signals, front low beams, license plate bulbs, and fog lights are super bright LED bulbs. Along with the headlights, I've painted the bezels inside black. For my fog lights, I have the LED bulbs, but I had to make them a little different. So I ordered a set of the Euro/JDM headlight trim. It deletes the reflector and I think it just looks a lot cleaner. We've got rid of all the chrome on the car. So the little hard top bracket things, that's all gone. All the logos are painted black as well. My side splitters are NA Miata side splitters and they're from eBay. I don't have a link to them. A lot of people ask, just search NA side splitters and you'll find them. I can't forget the Singular Motorsports hood vents on the front. Those are a big standout appearance item. We've also cut the rear bumper. We've added hella Supertone horns and my mirrors are black, so it gives it that club look for an NC2. Moving inside the car to the interior, people ask all the time still, it's one of my most popular videos, is the radio install. The radio is like an old unit. You guys don't want it. It's a Pioneer unit. Just look for a new double DIN Pioneer unit and you'll be just as happy as I am with my old Pioneer unit. So I don't know the model number. I'm not gonna look it up. It's some long number letter combination. So just look, it's a Pioneer. Just look for a Pioneer head unit. With that head unit, we got a Crutchfield dash kit. My gauge faces are from Revlimiter, and they are the JNC style gauge faces. I also added a Cypher steering wheel with the gray stitching, and with that, I painted the trim pieces black. Down below the shifter, I have the brass shifter bushing from 5X Racing. On top, I have a Tomei black Duracon shift knob. It's a lovely shift knob. I definitely recommend it. And the shifter and e-brake have a leather boot from Redline Goods. With the piano black dash trim that I added, I also painted the roll bar hoops black as well. The ever popular RX-8 intermittent wiper stock is included as well in my interior. I've also got the urethane door bushings. I've had those since before I started making YouTube videos and they've been great for the longest time now. Super bright LEDs are also my dome lights and trunk lights, but not my footwell lighting. My footwell lighting with the Moss Miata floor mats are a separate thing altogether. They were their own project and I really love those as well. Down below, I also have the RX-8 pedal cover set. I've also added some trunk LEDs as well, and those are okay. I mean, I had extras, and I think it definitely brightens up the trunk a lot. I also added the new OEM seatbelt guides to drastically change the seatbelt functioning. And most recently, I added a HomeLink mirror to the interior. And finally, the engine. So I don't have a ton of engine modifications compared to everything else, but I feel like everything that I've done so far has really benefited the entire car as a whole. And I could go turbo, I could do a supercharger, but like I've explained in the past, the car has 111,000 miles, and I'd rather put in the 2.5 engine and go from there. So start fresh, and maybe we can think about a turbo and things like that. And the 2.5, it's already got mods. It's got the cams, it's got the new clutch, it's got all that stuff. So this will be really cool to put in, and it will be included in the 6-year ownership modification video, hopefully next year. So for a tune, I am running the Dynotronics tune. I like Dynotronics and I love the tune that's been on the car. And the tune is accompanied by an OBX 4-to-1 header, an OBX Midpipe with a high flow cat that I just threw in for emission's sake. And in the rear, I changed it out from a Roadster Sport single to a Super Q muffler, which I have been greatly enjoying. I'm hoping that I can maybe get something different next year, but for right now, I love the Super Q. I've also added a stainless steel clutch line, so I have no more rubber lines in the engine as far as clutch goes. I've also added an AEM Cold Air Intake, and we also made that custom ECU cover plate, and it accompanies the Moroso power steering tank and the coolant expansion tank, and finally the Track Dog Racing washer fluid bottle relocation kit. And that is everything in the engine. So I'm super excited how the car has turned out. I took it for a nice drive today. It is wonderful. The car has never missed a beat with all the modifications we've done. You know, if something's been wrong, it has been my own fault. It's never been the car's fault. And I have loved the setup so much. It's been driving to work, it's hit autocross runs, it's hit back road runs. It has been an absolute joy to own for the last 5 years, and I couldn't have picked a better car to daily drive. If you wanted a fun roadster that you could modify, I think the NC Miata is perfect the way I have it for me. So thanks so much for watching. Like I said, all of the reference stuff is down below as far as modifications go and older videos. So check those out if you're wanting to kind of see the progress. And stay tuned for this Wednesday. I've got another video coming up, and I'm also going to work on a top 5 modifications to where if you are a new NC owner and you haven't done anything to your car, hopefully my top 5 list can get you inspired to really get your car where you want it to be. And as I say always, thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to hit that subscribe button down below if you are new to the channel. Leave a thumbs up on this video, leave your comments below, and I will see you in the next one.